Live.
Hey, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Take it away, Amy.
Hey, guys. Yeah, I was just posting to let everybody know to refresh your screen, so I'm going to refresh my screen and make sure that it's showing up okay.
Yep, welcome, guys. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's good to be here with everybody. Okay, mine says, please stand by starting soon. Why is that?
I don't know. Mine says live.
On the page itself? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay, great. So, yeah, it's good to be here with everybody. It's a big week. We are ramping up for our big huge event in Orlando this week. It's the 3-year birthday of Empower Network, which is extremely exciting. I'm kind of emotional about it myself because I've been with this company since the beginning, and I can't believe it's been 3 years. And when I've been thinking back over the last 3 years and how much my life has changed, all I can feel is enormous gratitude for all of it, and for David Wood and his vision and Empower Network, and for Chris, and for all of you, and for all of it. So this is going to be a big celebration this weekend in Orlando, and it's also going to be a big, exciting time with a lot of really important new stuff that Empower Network is rolling out. And you know, as you guys know, Chris and I have been fortunate to see some of the behind-the-scenes stuff. And they've shown a lot of it on the recent hangouts that they've been doing, so that you guys can kind of get the gist of what's happening. Chris has had even more behind-the-scenes stuff than me, because he's like best friends with Mars now and like spends 4 hours a day with him and stuff. So, but anyway, you guys, you need to be in Orlando, and if for whatever reason you absolutely can't be in Orlando, then you need to at least purchase the live stream so that you can be up to speed with what's happening. So before I rant and rave about all of this, I just want to turn it over to Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hey, I'm so ready to turn it back over to you and let you rant and rave, honestly.
Okay, well, I could rant and rave. I just didn't know if you...
Well, yeah, real quick, I mean, I love it that this feels good. I like doing these day hangouts when we're in work mode, rather where at night sometimes we've kind of worked all day, doing crazy stuff when we get in our certain work modes, and then at night we're just kind of like chilling out, relaxing a little bit, and, you know, we kind of take time to really get into stuff, you know, and long-winded and all that, and here during the day we're kind of like in, you know, get it done mode. You know, let's handle business, let's do stuff. And so I love this during the day. I get in my actual office workroom rather than sitting at my desk, you know, in the different room where, you know, I'm by my whiteboard, where I'm working, I'm creating content, I'm doing creative stuff, and you know, interacting with people. So I really like this a lot better. And you know, less people can be on it, but that's all right, because they can watch the recordings, and that still works for them. I mean, we all have to set up our life that way anyway, and make it work for us. So the cool thing here is lots of cool stuff coming. Yes, I did have like a 4-hour session yesterday with Mars. Thank you, Amy. And yeah, cool to finally see stuff coming all back together. And you know, the addition of iPass and how that works in is cool. It remains to be seen how well that's going to be able to long-term fit in, as long as we can, you know, some of the things have been fixed. Now we just got to test the numbers and do some split testing and see if that stuff's going to work out, you know, for us long-term and everything. In the meantime, we're committed to it. We're going to be, you know, doing a few major things in there as well. But, you know, the other thing here is being here in the Next Level Mastermind, which, you know, I know seems like a long time coming, but it's worth it. It really is. And, you know, I was looking through some other surveys and polls today, and, you know, looking at people's mindsets and where they're at, you know, kind of like how they're looking at things and where they're at in their life, and where they're at in terms of how they're looking at Empower or iPass and Next Level Mastermind and everything. And, you know, you see kind of things all over the board. You see some people that are like, you know, I'll see how it goes, you know, am I going to have to spend more money, you know, type of thing, where kind of like, okay, we got a few belief shifts here you need. And then others that are like, you know, I get it. And it's exciting because we're going to be able to galvanize a lot of things here. And the main thing here is just remember from the beginning when we announced our whole merger with iPass was, you know, there's two things going on here: system responsive and then person responsive. And the iPass is kind of the system responsive part. Next Level Mastermind adds another dimension to that system. but Next Level Mastermind helps you develop to where you create a following that's person responsive. So there's a lot of higher level training here. So buckle up, because some of it may be like, whoa, never seen this before. I was just sitting with Mars last night, and after this I'll turn it back all over to you, Amy. I was talking with Mars, and he looked at what I showed him some of the curriculum of what I was teaching, and he goes, dude, like, I know everybody in the industry. Like from the top, Kern, Koenigs, Phil Same, Brendan Burchard, all these guys have done all their launches. I've done all these amazing launches with these, 7-figure launches. And, I believe in Dave Wood, and he's quite a unique thinker and everything, and, comes up with stuff I could never think about. He said, but what you're showing me right here, what you have is genius. Genius. He said, nobody's thought of this stuff. This is dimensions to it that even the big marketers kind of have a concept about, but you have it figured out. He says, I can't wait to see you just blow up. You're going to come up out of nowhere. People are going to see you like, whoa, where did he come from, because of what you're poised to do. He says, and now that I'm helping you with presenting that right, it's just like you've had a lot of this brewing for a while, but you didn't realize how to connect all the dots and put it together for people, not only just for yourself, but now really for other people. He says, and that's what I see that now we can successfully do. I can help you present this the right way. I can help you launch this the right way. And because of that, you're going to explode. Your whole team is going to. I was like, that's what I like to hear. Now, that's coming from Mars, the CMO, Chief Marketing Officer of Empower Network. So exciting stuff coming. And it's cool to hear someone like him put his back behind this and go, I just totally, fully believe in this, that I'll just help you with this. Amazing that he wants to even just dedicate his time and energy to doing this with me, because he just feels it's that important. And that says a lot. So I hope a lot of you understand. You can't really understand what you're about to go through because it hasn't, there's been no expectation set. There's been no glimpse of it. Some of you have been around for a while and have loyally followed and been on Hangouts with me and Amy. You have an idea of what's coming. You know what the both of us are capable of, and now we're really being able to put that into play where we can really empower people to where it's not about us, it's about you, and you'll be able to do the things that we do. That's what I'm looking forward to. So with that, take it away, Amy.
I'm so excited, and it is kind of nice to know, because like I always tell you, you're God and you're a genius, and I know how much you bring to the table, and when it comes to this team, and I'm honored and proud to be your business partner. I'm going to start bawling now on national television. But I won't flirt with any quarterbacks, like Katy Perry does on national television. Did you see that?
No.
Fucking hilarious. Anyway, so but what's so cool that kind of makes it even cooler is what Mars said, because like Chris said, Mars is a complete genius. He told me he's one of the only people that's like in the same category as David Wood, the way he thinks and how smart he is and how much he knows and how he's kind of figured it all out by being a producer in the industry, and how he knows everybody, and he just knows so much. And so for him to look at what's going on here and to give it his backing and his to see how highly he thinks of it just makes me feel even better about it. So I'm really, really excited, and you guys all should be too, because again, the whole purpose here is to take things to the next level. And so as you know, it's been taking a while for us to get you all onto the team site. For those of you that may not have filled out a survey yet, you can still do that. And there's a link for the survey in the Facebook group, in the Be the Change Facebook group. And if you can't find it or whatever, just contact Andrea. She'll get you on. This is, it's a big process that we're going through just to make sure that the people that are with us are the right people, are the people that are really serious and really committed. This isn't, this is not to be taken lightly. This isn't a get rich quick, spam your friends kind of thing at all. Not at all. It's like the opposite of that, actually. It's like for people that really want to take things to the next level, that really want to learn how to be a marketer, that really want to do the things that that Mars was talking about that nobody is doing. And And so that part of the process is, has been time consuming, but also as far as the site goes, just to remind you guys, the site is, a couple hangouts ago, we talked about our goal, our intention with this new site. A lot of it has been to kind of wipe the slate clean. We're not bringing over any training from our old team sites.
None.
None. And so it's kind of a blank slate. So when you guys get in there, we're going to talk more about when that's happening and everything. It's not like there's tons and tons of training back there and you need to get in and like overwhelm yourself going through videos or anything like that. There's some training in there. And our goal is, because we have this huge event coming up, which again, you need to be at this event. This is going to be the best event ever. I know we always say that, but the thing is, it's always, hopefully, always going to be the best event ever, right? We don't want to go backwards. Not to mention, with all the stuff that's being released at this event, if you're not there, you are not going to be up to speed with, there's a new phone app coming out that we got to see live and in person when we were in that mastermind that day, and it's going to blow your minds what you guys are going to be able to do with this thing. It's like, you can use it for prospecting. It's really, really, really cool. So they're going to go over that. They're going to go over all of the new templates that are going to be available with the blog, which are all going to blow your mind. And there's a lot of different things that you can do with each of these templates, and and so on and so forth. And so if you're not at this event, you're going to be behind. You're not going to really understand what's happening. If you absolutely can't be at the event, again, there's an opportunity to purchase the live stream and watch it from home, which I highly suggest you do, because again, if you're not there, the VIP session on Sunday is where they're going to break down in detail the blog and show you everything that it does, and it's unbelievable. You guys are going to be amazed at what we're going to have here. It's going to be, the goal, I think you've probably heard it. Aaron Rashkin said it on the call last night, and you've been hearing it a little bit around. I think Mars says it every time we're on a hangout, but it's the goal from Power Network is to be, let me see if I can say this right, the most successful for-profit blogging platform in the world. I don't know if most successful is what they say.
Largest for-profit blogging network in the world.
Yeah, the largest. And that's about to happen when they flip this switch at the end of this weekend. And for the people that are there, you're going to have the opportunity also to be part of a beta group for this blog challenge that they're going to do and stuff like that. So it's going to be a huge opportunity. So don't miss this event, you guys. I'm not just saying this because I want to see you and give you a hug, which I do, but I'm saying it for your own best interest. If you really want this to be the vehicle for you, if you really want to see a change in your life, and I don't care if you've been in Empower Network for a while and you haven't had a lot of results yet, it doesn't matter. Like, we're turning a corner here in a lot of ways. Empower Network is, and so are we here. And so the point of my rant here is to let you know that most of the training that you're going to see in the back office of your Next Level Mastermind team site is going to be congruent, like we mentioned before. Our training is all going to be like what's working now kind of training. We're going to be completely congruent with what Empower Network is doing. So the training that we're going to be putting on our site is going to help you with what's happening currently. And what's happening currently is we're getting a new blog with 6 new blog templates and a phone app. And a lot of our training is going to be how to get results right now with all the new stuff that's coming out. And so anything that's happening inside of Empower Network, we're going to be kind of helping you guys take it to the next level with the training that we're going to be providing. So I just want to let you know that up front so that when you get into the team site, you're not like, well, this is it, because the whole point of this team site, like I said, is to stay up to date and current with what's happening with Empower Network. And we didn't want to put too much back there because we know what's about to happen this weekend. So we want to make sure it doesn't make sense to put all this blogging training back there now before you guys even have the new blog. We want it to be like using the new blog to do the training kind of thing. So, Chris, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, just to really reinstate that, the whole expectation of like, wow, that I expected higher level training that was going to blow my mind, and I'm here now and I don't see much, because remember the difference between quantity and quality, okay? And what you're going to find here is more so stuff that you're going to be able to apply to the tactical training that you learn inside of Empower or inside of iPass, and how to rank your videos, or how to blog and get your niche specific content in the right place. Some of that we'll be talking about, some of that, but more so we will be elaborating on those tactics that are being taught in the other places that we have access to. But what we're going to do is take it a step further. So, a lot of people will be like, just give me the meat, just give me the content. Like, I had a few people today, like, can I just get some content? Well, the thing is, a lot of people, if they had it their way, because there are people who have listened to that type of thing in surveys and essentially decided to do like a new training every week and a new tactic and a new strategy every week. The issue is what we have found long term with this, and you guys have to fucking believe me on this, okay? Don't think you think you know better, but we've been here before and many times before, and you've got to work on something a lot longer than a week before you change over to a different tactic. And if you think you're going to have enough time working full time, trying to build your business part time with your family, with all your other engagements and things that you do, to spend those couple hours on mastering and doing 3 to 4 different techniques and tactics every single day, you are sadly mistaken. So, what we've always said before, some of these things are universal truths. Master one tactic, get real good at it. What we're going to do is, once you choose that tactic or strategy, now we bring in the marketing know-how and understanding of what to do there. If you are doing blogging, we're going to be showing you what really makes a difference in your blog posts, what you need to say based on what audience you're targeting, and the structure of it, right? It's not like, here's how you blog. It's like what to do when you're blogging. Let's talk about influencing people through a video and how to best do that, and how to frame things the right way, and how to preface something with a question and then answer it the right way and give an example properly, things like that in a video, to where you can take all of this, go make a video, and then go learn the whole training of ranking the video and getting the video in front of other related videos on YouTube and getting it out in front of other outlets and other groups and communities. That type of training, that's the tactical training, how to actually do it. That's going to happen a lot of other places. Some of it here will fill in the gaps, but we're mostly going to take a lot of that tactical training and build upon it. So you go get the basic stuff and how to actually do a marketing tactic, okay, or a marketing strategy. You're gonna learn how to do that. Then you're gonna come here to the Next Level Mastermind, and you're gonna take that marketing tactic even further to where you do it to a master's level. That's the concept that we're gonna do here. So right now, back there, we don't have much, because we want to be able to illustrate the blogging with the new blog when it launches, and we want to be able to illustrate, video marketing after we know how we can utilize that video marketing when it's integrated with the blog. So there's a lot of things that we can't do yet, because there's been so many changes, and now things are getting solidified inside of Empower, that we're now going to be able to work alongside everything. So, a lot of people, the thing here that we want to avoid, last thing here, and I'll turn it back over to Amy, is a lot of you have a high expectation of what you're going to see back there. And your expectation is right. However, when we open it up this week before the event, in a day or two, you're not going to see everything you expect that's going to be back there over the next 30 days. But that will be coming. So a lot of it's already poised and primed to be recorded and ready, but it just has to be applied to the infrastructure we have, like the new blog. We want to be able to do the training on the new blog platform. We want to be able to illustrate things with what's going on, how to use your app the right way, so we can actually illustrate that using the app. Trying to do that now is difficult because we don't have the app to be able to illustrate and demonstrate things with. So right now, what we've got is stuff that you're going to be able to immediately apply to what you're already doing, and it's going to make it better. But we don't want to waste a lot of time there, because we want to make it specific to the products that are coming, the things that you can use, the resources that you're going to have from Empower, from iPass, and how we're going to tie all that together. And make no mistake about it, the role iPass plays, we are still researching and discovering and figuring out how to tie all of that in really well, and that's our intention, is to make all of that work. Empower, iPass, and the Next Level Mastermind all together in one. And for those of you, remember, iPass is optional. You don't have to be there, okay? When Empower fixes their systems and has this reboot and reset, those funnels are going to work again. I've seen stuff that blows my mind. Mars has showed me stuff. I know they're working again. So it's going to be optional. You're going to be able to use the Empower Network system as well. So keep that in mind. So you have options here. There's not going to be, there's no one right way. There are some wrong ways, but there's no one right way. Here we're going to explore all of the right ways, and you guys get to decide. Back to you, Amy.
Yeah, and one of the things that we want to do also, just, and I think you guys kind of know this, but I'm just going to say it again, we're working on getting some capture pages coded. You saw an example of one, but we want to have some pages that you guys can use to specifically market the Next Level Mastermind. So if you don't want to market directly to Empower, directly to iPass, we're going to have our own funnels as well that are going to be completely unique from anything else out there. And so they're going to be awesome. So that's something that we're working on as well. Be patient with us because we're having to get some stuff coded and stuff like that. But some of the training that you're going to see already back there talks about how to market the Next Level Mastermind in and of itself, because this is a place where people that have never marketed online can come, but as well as people that are already entrepreneurs with any kind of business that want to come and be part of our mastermind and learn how to market. This is going to be a place where they're going to be able to do that. So you can market the Next Level Mastermind as a standalone, thing for people to check out. Now, it goes hand in hand with Empower Network because most of the marketing, a large percentage of the marketing training is going to come from the Empower Network products. But then inside of by joining the Empower Network with somebody in the Next Level Mastermind, they're also going to get access to the next level stuff, which is going to, help people in any business. So just know that that's the other thing that we're working on is for you to be able to market the Next Level Mastermind in and of itself. And then, really, we don't want to keep you guys on here all day or anything like that. Just want to really, really hammer home how important it is for you guys to get to Orlando this week. One of my team members, Clark, has 2 extra tickets that he's selling cheap. If anybody doesn't have a ticket and that's what's in your way, let me know, and I'll put you in touch with him so that you can, and his name is Clark David Kent, and he's in the Facebook group and everything, so you can contact him directly as well. But anyway, he's got a couple extra tickets, and anyway, whatever you have to do to get there, I want you guys all to be there because it's going to be really important. And it's a big weekend for me. This is like a milestone in my life. I'm going to be on stage for the first time ever. I'm going to cry. So I want you guys there. I need your support for that reason. And we're going to do, we haven't figured out exactly the time or whatever, but watch the Facebook group. We're going to figure out a meet and greet for you guys so that everybody can be together probably on Friday, right, Chris?
Friday morning. We're going to start it off right.
Friday morning. And so if you can be there by Friday morning, that would be ideal. I'm getting in on Thursday. Chris, when are you getting in?
Wednesday night.
Okay. I'm getting in on Thursday. I have a meeting for the speakers that I hope I'm going to get there on time for, but I'm going to be like rushing to get to that immediately after I get off the plane. But anyway, I'll be there Thursday, and then yeah. So sometime Friday, we will have a meet and greet, and we want to see all you guys, and we'll have a little powwow like we did in Charlotte. It's going to be amazing to help you set your intention for the event because this is going to be a life-changing event on a lot of levels. Natasha's asking about VIP. Sunday is the VIP day. You need to upgrade to VIP to be at the Sunday training, and the Sunday training is going to be in-depth blogging training with the new platform. Mm-hmm. You definitely want to be at that. Yep. And the event is Friday and Saturday. The main event is Friday and Saturday, and then the VIP is Sunday. Let me see.
Is it public knowledge? I know this. I think people know this, but is it public knowledge that we're going to be having a 21-day blogging challenge starting from the event?
I don't know if it's public knowledge. I think that they talked about it on. I'm getting everything kind of together now, but now yeah. But yeah,
but it's only for those that are part of the VIP training. That those people that come to the VIP training, and apparently the Formula Mastermind, which is going to be that evening, is where you're guaranteed to be a part of that beta test because it's kind of a first come, first serve. We have a select number of people that have to agree to participate fully and be held accountable and do, blogging for 21 days and be specific on their topic, and we're going to teach them specific things that are going to help them, and so we have a whole huge case study after 21 days that we'll have results we'll be able to present to Empower, and then we can publicly launch to all of Empower. So the actual public blog will be available 21 days after the event, after we have the beta test, the beta launch, where people make sure we work out any bugs. We don't want to release this thing too quickly if there's any technical bugs that thousands and thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people all of a sudden, get errors on, and then we have to try to fix that individually. So this beta launch is also going to serve a case study feature where everyone who's blogging is going to be documented, and you're going to be able to show results of that. So we'll have a new sales video that has the most strongest elements of social proof, which is the strongest element of them all when it comes to selling or promoting or influencing anything. So it's huge. It's huge. Yeah, but at the VIP, so if you're a part of the Formula Mastermind, which I didn't even know about till recently, it's a separate thing that someone paid like $1,000 more for from the top producer launch, I guess from the coaching or something. And if you're a part of that, you're guaranteed to be in the blog. You get first seats. If there's any left, people in the VIP training will be able to take part, and I don't know how they're going to go through that and pick those people, because there's more than enough from the VIP training. However, so if you want to really be on that blogging day challenge, then I guess I don't even know if you can still buy the Formula Mastermind, whatever that is. But I'll find out about that and post that update in the group as well, because I need to ask Dave about that and figure out what the heck that is and everything. So, yeah. But anyways, go ahead, Amy. Sorry.
Well, Natasha's now asking about a reception on Thursday. I'm trying to log into my back office.
There is a reception. There is a reception. It's that meet and greet reception on Thursday for everybody. So anybody who's there, the leaders will be in there and around, shaking hands, talking to people, and there'll be refreshments and everything. That's going to happen at like 7 o'clock or 7 or 8 on Thursday night, and that's kind of the kickoff of everything. The actual event doesn't start until Friday morning, which if I remember right, it's 10 a.m. that it starts. Now I read something that may be like 2 in the afternoon or something, but I don't think that's the case. So whatever it is, we plan on having our mastermind meet and greet before the event starts on Friday, in the morning before the event starts. If it starts at 10, then ours will probably be at 9. If it starts at 2, then ours will probably be at noon. So, that's how we're looking at that right now. That's it. And Amy, if you have anything different from there.
Yeah, I'm in the back office right now, and it just it has a breakdown, but it doesn't have times for anything. It's just...
Yeah, that's what I remember last time, too. I was like, what the heck? I'm pretty sure that it's going to be starting at 10 in the morning, because they want to follow the same...
Friday, too?
What's that?
On Friday as well?
Yeah, because the structure of the regional events is what they really liked, where you have 2 days, Friday and Saturday, of an event where there's training and content, and then Sunday is a VIP session that people pay extra for. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm assuming. So pretty much you guys can bank on. I just can't give a 100% guarantee that we will probably be having a meet and greet, getting our intentions set and everything, getting a chance to connect and everything, Friday morning at 9, 8:30 or 9. We're not going to make it too early. Probably about 9 if the thing starts at 10, but we'll adjust if it starts a little later or earlier. But the first chance we will all probably be able to see each other is Thursday night at that meet and greet. It just won't be a team-specific thing. It'll be a whole, company-wide thing. So yeah.
But definitely go to that, because we'll be there and we want to see you guys. We'll have more. It'll be more laid back. We won't be in a rush on Thursday night. So that'll be the nice thing about it.
I may not be there for the whole thing. I have a few things happening there. I have to get together with Rashkin and do something as well. But I'll try to be there for some of it for that meet and greet on Thursday. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so still definitely plan to come Friday morning, which a lot of people will be flying in Thursday night, so their first chance to see everyone will be Friday morning. Mm-hmm. So that's the other reason why we don't try to do it on Thursday night after the meet and greet, because it's just not as effective. So, yeah. I mean, you guys can obviously meet up and see each other and then hang out afterwards on your own, but it won't be some formal, mastermind thing. So go ahead, Amy, sorry.
Yeah, no, just check the Facebook group, like as usual, like we do at the events. We'll be posting stuff and having Andrea post stuff in there to keep everybody up to date as far as where we are. I just can't stress enough how important it is for you guys to be there. I mean, it's important for you to be at all the events. You know, I've never missed a national event. Neither has Chris. It's a commitment, you know, that you make when you're serious about your business, and so it's important no matter what. In this particular event, like I said, you will be left behind if you're not there to learn about everything that they're rolling out, because there's definitely a lot of information, and you're going to want to be there to be a part of it. It's going to be really exciting. So that's really, I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I'm serious. You know, it's an important thing, and it's this week. So, you know, we really just wanted to jump on and rally you guys and make sure that you're all coming and let you know how much we love you and can't wait to see you, and how excited you are.
And give you a preview of what's to come.
Yeah. And
I'm going to be introducing Amy. I'm going to be there introducing Amy for this thing too. So you guys really want to be there because this is going to be epic.
Oh my God, I get all emotional every time I even think about it. So hopefully I won't just stand there and cry through the whole thing.
Sounds all right, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it is going to be an amazing event. So can't wait to see you guys. And then again, look out for we're gonna be Andrea's going to be letting you guys into the site. When is that happening, Chris? In the next couple days, right?
Yeah.
Before the event. So
it's probably going to be happening Thursday.
Thursday, okay. So you'll be given access to the site, and just remember, once we come out of the event, there's going to be a lot more training showing up in there. And we might do some of it live. I mean, we don't know exactly how it's going to look. You know, we might do a hangout like this and then put it back there as well. But we're going to be doing training. Like, I know for me, and I think I can speak for Chris as well, like, when all this new stuff rolls out, I'm going to go ape shit with it all. I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be blogging and using the phone app, and then I'll be like, you know, making videos to show you guys what I'm doing as well, if I'm getting results. So that's kind of what we want to do to just make sure that no stone goes unturned, and we really can help you guys use all this new stuff to its full capacity, because it's powerful, powerful stuff. I mean, right now, when you look around in the industry, you might see some other companies that have blogs and have, you know, they're trying to compete with us to a certain degree. That's all about to go away when you see what we have. So you'll be able to really just hone in on what we have here. Not to mention, one of the other things that they're going to be doing, and I think they're going to be kind of talking about this in Orlando, there's going to be a way for you to actually make another stream of income by offering our products to people that already, you know, that might not want to market Empower Network, but people like realtors and stuff that just need like a really good website. When you see what you're going to be able to do and how you're going to be able to create another stream of income that way, this is one of the things that Chris and I are really excited about, because it's going to help you guys make more money, so that if you don't have a marketing budget right now, it's going to help you create a marketing budget so that you can, you know, make money doing that, turn around, put it into your marketing, and then take your business to another level. So we're going to be doing some lots of training on that as well. Chris and I have both done that before. You know, before Empower Network, we've both gone out and marketed our services to businesses and made money doing that. So now with Empower Network's help and all of the amazing products that they're rolling out, it's going to make it really easy to be able to do that. So we're gonna be kind of piggybacking on all of the stuff that they're teaching to help you guys that, you know, that want to use that as a stream of income as well, especially to fund your marketing to take your business to the next level. So
absolutely. And the cool thing with that is that when we were sitting in the mastermind, where it was me, Jay Cron, David Wood, Mars, Chris Record, Lawrence Tam, and myself, I really pushed hard for the, you know, extra stream of income business aspect where you can sell blogs and training to you know, different local businesses and self-employed individuals like real estate agents and stuff like that. And the good news is I'm kind of partnering with Chris Record on a lot of that, and we threw down a lot of concepts that they're now going to build into the blog that allow that to be very easily done. And it's going to allow you to charge your own prices for this. And they're not necessarily going to make this the major focus, but they're going to make it possible for you to do this. And what's going to happen is, Amy and I both have done this. I ran a company for 3 years where I built sites for people. And this is how I actually got started before I made any money online, is I went to people who were real estate agents, professionals. I had a dentist, I had a doctor, I had a chiropractor, and I built them a quick WordPress website, and because I learned how to do it in a couple days and played with it. And then from the marketing training I learned, the specialty I was SEO, so I was like, look, I'll build you your website and rank it on the search engines. And what I've learned and discovered from that is how to actually market to them, what to actually say, what's important to them, identifying what's important to them, how to hold a conversation with a business owner, and finding out what's important to them and being able to custom tailor your marketing to them and your interaction and relating with them so that they choose to trust you and use your services. And all the training that you do inside of Empower, these are things that you can do for them. You can offer, hey, if you want to learn SEO through the training, then go do so and charge $500 a month or whatever per client for this stuff. Just don't guarantee them rankings because you don't own Google and you can't do that legally. But that kind of thing is what's going to be available. And the cool part about that is that's going to be a dimension that we are also going to focus on inside the Next Level Mastermind, because me and Amy both have experience with it. We are going to be able to teach from our experiences what actually works when it comes to local business owners and how you can create this extra stream of income serving people that really need it. Because you wouldn't believe the business owners that have businesses and they have no clue. They're like, I know I need a website. And if they have one, they're not happy with it. And you can say, look, I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to go create this other website for you. And then I'm going to help you build a funnel. I'm actually going to help you build an opt-in, help you understand that there's a front-end offer of information-free product that you give away that is your value proposition that helps you sell your product and service even better. We're going to sit down and interview you and put the camera on you and then ask you all these things, and we may come up with a free report if you're interviewing a real estate agent or an attorney, and be like, what are the 10 most important critical things you need to know when buying a house, when it comes to a real estate agent, and they say those things, and you go put that into a report in a PDF that's downloadable, that's their opt-in on their blog, and show them how that builds them clients, and teach them how to do an autoresponder, or write an autoresponder for them and charge them money. The whole concept is endless and limitless when it comes to the things you can do for them, and we're going to show you how to do a lot of that inside of the Next Level Mastermind, that type of stream. It's almost like a separate, like, business in a box type of thing where you're going to be able to go to with proven phrases, templates, and things to say to people and to business owners that get their business, and you could very easily forge yourself a couple $1,000 a month income if you that thing hard, and really do it, and don't be afraid to go out there and do it. So we'll give you what you need, but obviously you've got to go and do, the work, which is what it always comes down to. So yeah, cool stuff. That's going to be just a whole other dimension to it. And the other cool part here is why the team side is in a beta launch right now is because, for one, we're going to be creating this along the way with the training, but at the event, we're going to have some filming going on, and that's going to be added to the site as well. So you may be in that footage, which means you'll be inside the Next Level Mastermind footage on stuff we do. That morning session will consist of a little bit of training that will probably be put back in there as well. And so you'll be a part of that live. And so that's another part of it. But also there's another thing here going on with this, and this goes back to we used to call BTC a team, and we used to, essentially, that's a very commonly used word in this industry, and we've had a team, and we understand the ins and outs of what goes on there. We also understand the pitfalls of it, and so one of the reasons why we're shifting to having this be a mastermind is to help you understand that this is not just about a team. This is about masterminders, which a mastermind is everybody co-creating the problems and the solutions to the problems more so, and higher aspirational ideals and goals and marketing. So what I'm actually just going to lay down here right now for you guys is a quick prelude to some of the training I did that's back there already for you, so you understand a little bit of what's going on. But what, now that we're kind of having this pre-launch, I essentially, what I'll do this in like the medieval way. I'll say this: I dub the co-creators. How about that? Because masterminders, the role you play here is important. It's not just about me and Amy. There will be others that will rise up through all of this, and we'll be bringing them on as, just to share their viewpoints. And there's going to be a function built in where you guys see the live fire comments. That's going to be on every page and every training video, and you're going to be able to put your comments and interactions there, and we encourage that you do, so that if there's something you need clarification on, we all can essentially help out. And we may, this is how we know that if a video is being well received or not, and if there's a lot of the same questions where people may not be fully getting it, we know we need to make another clarification video that ties some things together, fills in the gaps, inserts some of the last missing pieces of the puzzles, and allows all of us to continue to grow. This allows you to co-create this mastermind with us, okay? And so what I'll be referring to all of you as from here on out, even in the Facebook group, is going to be co-creators. We are Next Level Mastermind co-creators, okay? Let's get this down right now, okay? We are co-creators. So what this means is in your videos, in your sign-off signatures, in your emails, in your blog posts, and any other marketing that you do, when you're doing your positioning, which is a big element of what we teach, and I'm only giving you like a quarter of like the stuff about positioning and branding and everything that we're teaching inside of there, what I want to stress to you all is, there's a certain part of this vision that is yours. It's unique to you, and we're going to get into how that works inside the site. But what I'm telling you right now is you are now not just a member. You're a co-creator. And so you could even say, as a lot of you know, co-creating, it comes a lot from the background of law of attraction and manifestation, where you're co-creating a reality. It gets into some of the new thought, progressive thought type of mindsets without really, offending anybody that doesn't necessarily subscribe to that at all. And it's a word that is generally accepted by everybody. We are all co-creating this mastermind. Now, Amy and I may be leading the charge, but it's all of us, make no mistake about it, moving in one direction with each other, and we're going to be able to make each other so powerful, because there's other phases and dimensions to this that will continue to grow and evolve in this mastermind. But for right now, you're all co-creators, okay? You're going to help co-create this thing. Now, we have rules, and we have certain things that some people may try to co-create that we have to say, look, let's find out if this is in the highest and best good of everybody for the mastermind, and we'll address that at the time, okay? But this is about everyone having a piece of this, being able to play their part and contribute to it, okay? And if you don't feel comfortable contributing, you don't have to somebody who's asking a question, right? I mean, there's times when someone answers a question in the group and someone goes, well, this is how you do it, and I'm like, let me step in and clarify. Be okay with people clarifying things, because everybody has their own viewpoints, and it's not that we're trying to point out and say, hey, you're wrong, but you may just not have had an experience yet that better qualifies your answer to answer somebody's question. So let's just be supportive and accepting of everyone there, but everyone has a voice. And we can always step in and say, look, we've had some experiences here that have proved otherwise from what you're thinking, and so now that we've addressed that, the whole mastermind can benefit from that. So don't be afraid to ask your questions, because everybody grows from it. So what you'll be able to do in your sign-offs and your signatures and your emails, I highly recommend you don't say anything about Empower Network, okay, because you just need to bring people to that logical progression last, after they know what you're about. The best way to position yourself is to position yourself with something of credibility and authority. The Next Level Mastermind has that. So you being a co-creator of the Next Level Mastermind is going to position you to where people go, ooh, okay, they're a part of something here. They're a part of something that has credibility, that has authority. And see, you're being the messenger for it. Now, how you're the messenger, and the second part to that, and how you individually present yourself, we're going to show you how to do. and how to define who you are and what you stand for and what the next level mastermind means for you and how you can sculpt that individual message that is a piece of the greater whole. We're gonna go through that inside, and in fact, some of that training's already there. Most of it, some of it. There's a lot more to come, but the beginnings of it are. That's going to be there. But here's the powerful thing: when someone reads this, co-creator of the Next Level Mastermind, which all of you are, then people can take it the way they want to. Some of them see co-creation as a very big thing, and they see the word create, and they're like, holy crap, they're helping create this thing, which you are. So don't be afraid to say it. But this is a very powerful positioning thing for all of you to understand that, hey, you know, at the end of your blog post, it may be, hey, I'm so-and-so, co-creator of the Next Level Mastermind. People are like, ooh, that's powerful. And I want you guys to own that, because you are. And the thing is, the choice for how much of a co-creator you are in here is up to you. How much you apply yourself, prove that what you're doing is working, think through your markets, think through your marketing, and apply it and get results and share it with everyone. This is also a, hey, let's go and apply what I learned here in my way, and look at the results I got. Hey guys, check this out. We'll bring you out on a hangout. We'll bring you out on a training and say, look, what did you do? What did you do before? What did you learn? What did you do after? Here's the difference. Okay, how can people apply that for themselves? That's going to happen. Do you want to be a part of that? That's the question. And it's a simple yes or no. And how you want to be involved in that is totally up to you as well. But we welcome you. So on that thought, I just want to kick it on over to Amy real quick if you have any thoughts about this.
No, that's awesome. And what Chris is saying is, you know, it's really powerful for you to be able to put that in your email signature and just kind of own it, you know, because you can. And this is going to be, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to, that's just an example of some of the things that we're going to be showing you as far as how you can market the Next Level Mastermind and how you can stand proudly in front of it and welcome people in. And this is, it's going to be awesome. So, I mean, I don't think I need to really say a whole lot more about that. And, but anyway, it's a nice taste of the kind of stuff that we're going to be giving you guys to really take your marketing to the next level and bring value to the marketplace and be somebody that people want to follow. And like Chris said, and then the Empower Network becomes like, it's like, well, whatever you're doing, I want to do it because I just want to do what you're doing. Instead of just marketing Empower Network and not really being anything on your own that people, you know, because they can join anyone in Empower Network. So what we really want to help you do is stand out, be a person of value, be somebody that people want to follow so that when they do find out what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is. They just want to do it because you're doing it and they want to be with you. So, yeah.
That's the big thing, guys, is, you know, remember what we talked about here, co-creators, in the first iPass Hangout. I said two things. And just to recap on how this looks for you, let's go through this real quick so that you can better understand some of the training that we have in there for you already and some of the stuff to come as we grow and build this out. As you're co-creating inside the Next Level Mastermind, you're going to see that, you know, we talk a lot about two things: the difference between system responsive, and some of you have seen this before if you've been on, but there's a different dimension here I'm going to go to here and see what this looks like for you. Person responsive. Now that was just what Amy was talking about right there, was, you know, no matter what system you're a part of, they're going to choose to be a part of you, where you go and what you're doing and what other dimensions that you're doing along with it and all those things. Because system responsive, essentially a system, here's the cool things that a system provides. Okay, a system, you know, provides automation and push button funnels and a marketing message, sales message. So The thing about this is you can only make these things so specific to a particular market before you narrow it down so much that you can't sustain that type of those types of numbers in terms of the conversion rates inside a system. So a system, right, they normally do split tests and beta tests and say, okay, this is the results we have, which is normally high. And they say we have, we're looking at this % conversions based on the traffic that you buy or whatever, which I don't fully, really like, but let's go with this. A system has a, a % conversion that they essentially say, look, this is the general expectation. We're talking about like, 3% to 3 to 5% conversion on the front end for a very highly converting system. Well, what normally happens here, guys, is systems have a shelf life. A marketing message has a shelf life. And so what you see is you see a system start and it spikes, and then it starts to go down off the initial hit, and then it starts to even out, but then slowly diminish as the market gets what we call saturated. Now, am I saying Empower saturated? No, but there's untapped markets we're about to go into, and that's some of the stuff Mars talked about me last night that I didn't even realize, and I was going, are you kidding me? And he's like, oh yeah, we've barely scratched the surface. I'm going, holy shit, okay. And he showed it to me, and that's some of the stuff we're going to talk about at the event. So this is just like a graph, right? Well, that whole, if we're using this 3 to 5% conversion, okay, hopefully everyone's following me, that's at this point right here. What you normally see is after the initial people who are moving and shaking in the industry that are on the list that they've bought information products recently, and that's the good traffic coming from people who've already bought related market products. That's where the traffic comes from, guys. There's these big list brokers that sell their buyers list to list brokers that then go and resell that to people. That's how they qualify them as good or bad traffic. Well, when those people see it for the first time, it's a higher conversion, 3 to 5%. Then all of them have seen it, and they start seeing that offer again when they resell the traffic and you buy the traffic again, and you hit them with the same capture page or the same marketing message, and an initial amount have all gotten in, but then there's another smaller amount that get in as well the second time around. And then the third time they get hit up, then all of a sudden there's a little less that get in. And after a while, the majority of them have seen it, and then it just comes down to this slow process of, more like a, 0.5 to 1%, all the way down the line. And this is normally what I call a shelf life, because they're joining what the system promises, what the system gives an expectation about. This is expectation conditioning, okay? And so you see things come out really well, and you're like, wow. So you have these system creators that bank on this and say, look at our results. Look at this 3 to 5%. This is what you can expect. Here is what people don't realize. People bank on this 3 to 5% forever. And it's not realistic. It's not real. So, here's my take on this. After watching this industry for about 5 years and seeing all these trends happen and seeing every time a system has a shelf life, you see these people do these desperate moves where some of them resort to tactics that are less than ethical and put scams together. Then there's other people that just jump to another deal already, and they essentially go in and infiltrate a team that someone has built and go in there and just steal them all away, thinking, oh, that person's made enough money, they don't deserve that, they don't deserve to keep the long-term residual of the people they've created, all of those things, right? Which, if you had the team and someone did that to you, you'd be pretty pissed off. But when you don't have that, you don't look at it that way. So we forgive you over time because we realize, okay, you don't realize that yet. But thinking like a leader, you have to. You think of the long term, because most of you got in here for long-term residuals, so you don't have to go to that work job every day, and you want to be able to have that coming in month after month. Well, you know how that works month after month after month after month? You have to have something that sustains like this in reality, not just in theory. Or you'll always be jumping to different systems, because iPass will have a shelf life. Empower had one for certain markets, but it's so huge and our product is so different with the blog that we haven't even tapped most of our markets. There's certain markets that have been tapped pretty well, but there's others that we're going to talk about at the event, and moving forward in the next level mastermind with the co-creators as to how that works and where we're going with that. And so there ain't no saturation when it comes to Empower. I hate to tell you, it ain't happening. Not anytime soon. So we're looking at system stuff, right? Well, how this happens for the long term, for you personally, is when your following and the people you bring in become person responsive, personality responsive, not system responsive. This is the way where people, despite this stuff, they learn how to market, they get enough value from and resonate with the person that they stick around. And they continue to get value, and what happens is these numbers are from a system. But when you have your personality injected into this and your own values, and you've grown as a person and you know how to market properly, that makes you person responsive, your growth, your numbers continue like this for the long term because you know how to market. And it wouldn't be smart to go jump to another deal, but if you do, most of your people are still going to love you and go with you. They may try to do both, which is why that's some leadership stuff we'll have some dialogues with you guys about, and why we've always been so against, like, hey, don't do multiple things at once. You scatter the focus. You can't build cohesiveness. You can't get people rolling. You know, they get to a certain level, and then let them go and diversify and create different stuff. But, you know, if you do that before them, that's a critical time where they're like in an incubation period when they're still learning how to market. And if you throw something else into the mix, that person's not going to succeed. You're dooming them. So let's learn how to tie all this together in one cohesive focus and one cohesive message that's centered around you, person responsive, and make this work for you no matter what you're doing. Because we're here to help people no matter what they're doing. We don't benefit off of you if you're in another system, and we're not charging you for being here. But what we do ask is that you keep your Empower Network membership active. And there will be 2 levels here in Next Level Mastermind, as we've now surveyed most of the people in the team, and a lot of them were like, we want it to just be all in. People who are only all in, who are fully serious, should be able to be members. And I was like, okay, well, here's a marketing dialogue. Let me throw this at you real quick. If the people who are only at the basic level, at the small blog level, don't even know what's available in the Next Level Mastermind Intensive, then what gives them any incentive to want to be a part of it and want to continue to, to get involved in it and then continue to stay in it? What's their incentive? They don't even know what's there. They don't know the value. And so I said, what if we create a basic level that even if you're at a $25 level in Empower Network, that you can have limited access to certain basic stuff inside of Next Level Mastermind, so that they get the idea of what's available, and then lock that other advanced training for people who are all in. And everyone across the board said, I love that idea. And so we've all co-created this response together, and that's how we're going to do this. Now, I'm sorry if I didn't ask you personally your opinion about this. I got to most people, but not everybody, because people are busy, and people don't get back to me on messages all the time, and believe it or not. And so, but the majority of people, which is what I needed, was a majority to agree with that. And so we did. So we co-created that, where we're going to have a basic level for people with limited stuff, but it gives them the idea and the incentive to want to upgrade. So now we have a mechanism to get people all in and make you more money as well when you bring your new members in, and get them to get engaged and get skin in the game and get all in. But what we're going to do at the Next Level Mastermind, Next Level Mastermind is all about this. Person responsive. This is making you someone that can take any system, whether it be iPass, Empower, or anything else, and continue to keep that long-term sustainability because you know how to market. And as you get better, this is what this actually looks like. It's not the same numbers forever. It's a gradual growth because you get better as a marketer. Okay? That's the reality of it. That's what I've seen in my business. That's what I've seen in others who have grown into leaders. So I'll turn it over real quick. Amy, thoughts on that? How do you think of that?
You're dead on. I was just watching the comments. Kevin is like, get fired up, Chris. He said, you got to love them because you don't get fired up. But it's true. I mean, it's absolutely true what you're saying. And yeah, we did come to the decision. I mean, some of the feedback we got was incredible. Like, it was actually one of our mastermind members that suggested that this mastermind be only for all-in people, because some people only want to mastermind with other people that are fully committed. Unless you're all in, we don't know that that's the case. And Empower is going to be going back to that focus as well, more than they have been lately with being all over the place with stuff. So that's going to make our job way easier too, to help people, you know, get all in and to have that upgrade process go more smoothly. But so at first we really liked that idea, but then just like Chris said, we wanted to make sure that people that may be brand new to this, that don't understand the benefit of being all in and what it means to like fully commit. You know, some people look at our industry like a get rich quick thing. There's so much crap, for lack of a better word, around the internet right now, where people are like, you know, get rich quick, guaranteed, by tomorrow you'll make this much money and all this stuff. And so a lot of people look at our industry like that's what it is. But in actuality, if you really want to create sustainable income in this industry, 6-7-figure sustainable income, there's a lot more to it than that. You know, like Chris said last night, there's a lot of people that go out and make a ton of money right out of the gate with stuff, but it doesn't last. And the reason it doesn't last is because all they do is what I was just talking about. They don't take the time to actually learn how to market and brand themselves and be a person of value and all of that stuff that creates a sustainable income. And so there's a lot more to it than just join for $25 and wait for money to fall out of the sky. That's not how it works here. So we wanted to give people the opportunity that might not know that, to get in and kind of see what we have here, what we've done. You know, the reason that Chris and I have been able to sustain our income is because we've built a culture and we've provided value for people, and we continue to do that. And that's kind of what we're teaching here. Neither one of us has ever been a shiny object chaser or somebody that goes spamming links around Facebook. That's just not what we do. So we, you know, this is next level kind of stuff. And so we want to give, you know, new people, your new people that you're bringing in, that might think that this is a pie in the sky, get rich quick, I'm going to sign up for $25 and wait for money to fall out of the sky thing, to plug in and see like, wow, these people really have, you know, there's more to it than this. And I can actually plug in and engage and create something much bigger. You know, the other nice thing about what we're doing here, because this is something that's so important to Chris and I both, is like the conscious, I call it conscious marketing piece of it. Like for me, I wouldn't be able to get passionate about something that's just like, go sign up a bunch of people, steal people from other people's teams, sign up a bunch of people to make a quick buck. Like, that's not who I am, and that's not something I could ever feel proud of. That's not something I could ever get passionate about. As a matter of fact, somebody messaged me last night on Facebook. I think it was after I posted a picture of the list my daughter made of the words she wants me to focus on this week for my talk. And this guy sent me a private message, and he said, do you really feel good about promoting Empower Network as much as you do? It seems like you have more integrity than to be promoting a Ponzi scheme. Or I don't know. He said something like that. He said, he goes, I don't understand how you could be so passionate about it. And I told him, I'm like, I'm more passionate about this than anything I've ever been passionate about. I've been in it since the beginning for 3 years. It's completely changed my life. It's completely changed my daughter's lives on so many different levels, financially, personal development, community. I mean, there's so many aspects to it. And, you know, so anyway, my point is I can never be passionate about promoting a Ponzi scheme just to make money to feed my kids, or, you know, making a quick buck because there's a new shiny object in town, and I know that if I promote the shit out of it, I can put an extra whatever thousands of dollars in my bank account real quick. Like, that's not who I am. That's not something I can feel proud about. And I think a lot of people get into our industry because they're desperate and they want to create a quick buck because they need it right now. They need to pay the rent, and they need to figure out a way to do that. And they get in for that reason. But then when they actually see that they can do this with consciousness and integrity, and we can show them how to do that, then it becomes something that you can really get passionate about, right? It's something that you can really put your heart into. It's something that you can really go out into the world and share your message for change with. You're not sharing a message of click my link and give me money. You're sharing a message of change, you know, helping people make a change in their lives. Aaron Rashkin actually talked about that on the call last night. That's what we're marketing. That's the one common thread we all have, is we all want change, right? And that the people that are looking for what we have are people that want change. Our message is not for everybody, but again, there's a lot of people out there that will join from a place of desperation, and they won't realize that there's more to it. There's depth to this. There's heart behind this. There's vision behind this. There's families behind this. My kids are on board with what I'm doing. My kid is helping me get ready for my speech, for Christ's sake. This isn't just something that I'm like ashamed of and I'm like raking in a bunch of money over here on the side. It's my heart and soul. And so that's where we want to help you guys get. And that's why we wanted to have it open to people that aren't all in yet, because a lot of people don't know that about what we do. They're joining without knowing that there's so much depth to it. So when they get into our team site for $25, they'll get to see who we are and what we're up to and the kind of stuff that we're teaching. And then it'll help them understand, oh yeah, this is something I want to invest in. I do want to invest in this education. I do want to invest in these products, and I do want to have some skin in the game and really commit to this. So anyway, that's why we made that decision, and it's going to be awesome.
Love it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really a lot of it. And one thing I want to clarify here for a few people is, I was talking about, systems where you've got this type of thing. You've got automation, push button, funnels, and all this stuff, the marketing and sales message, which the marketing and sales message is normally, hey, get involved and we make this seem so easy and you have to do very little and you're going to, all you have to do is press a few buttons, and then they feed you this line of like, oh, you need to just buy traffic, you need traffic, need leads, and then send them to a sales message and convert those leads and then follow up. And they simplify it because they need people to get the concepts. However, where I see people fall short, including a lot of marketing systems, is that's where they leave it. And like I said, these things have shelf lives. Okay, they go down here. They go down to less than 1%, and 0.3%, 0.2%. And you wonder why, like this certain thing, and this is really getting to the core of why I am so lividly passionate about staying in this industry and making this industry a better place. I'm just going to get right down to it. Is people have this expectation of automation, push button funnels, buy traffic. You have no relationship with the person, but you expect this system to just do all this work for you. And that never does sustain and never is long term. The issue is most people have that expectation. So this is why you have like 9 out of 10 people that never make any money or any significant money, and only 3% of this industry makes an income, full-time income, by themselves without having another job that isn't doing this part-time. Now there's like 30% that make money. The other 60% don't make anything at all. And so there's 3% that make full-time. Make sure I get this clear for people, because this is important. 30% that make some money, part-time income, okay, part-time, full-time, and then 60% that don't make a damn thing ever, right? 0. And a lot of that comes from the expectation that all they have to do is these things, and then when it works for a short time or not at all, because 60% of them don't really apply themselves at all and just expect everything to work for them, a total entitlement, instant download, microwave type mentality, that they don't have to do anything, which is sad, and I don't just blame these people that have this expectation. I also blame the people that are giving that fucking message. I hate it. I can't stand it because it's the wrong expectation and it doesn't breed a long-term sustainable business, and I'm sick of it. And that's why I am here to make a stand for that, and integrity and honesty and giving people the right expectations so that they stick around. Yeah, you sacrifice a few $25 signups on the front end because you don't have the idiots that are that naive to join, and they're never going to do anything anyway. I don't want that energy. I don't want that money, and you don't want it either. I promise you that over the long term. And so what I'm doing is showing people that this is not what matters. This is what matters, and making yourself a marketer. Like Amy said, there's more to this. There's families involved. There's depth to this. There's more application. There's learning about yourself, which is why we were always so big on personal development, because if you're very personally developed, then it's easy to apply that to your marketing, and it magically almost works better. And I don't say that lightly. It really does. People are responsive to you in a way that they weren't before. When you don't have all these hang-ups and disbeliefs about yourself and this industry and what you're doing and what you're promoting and what you're selling, which most people do. Okay? I don't blame them, because a lot of them haven't had the results, so they're like, this isn't real to me yet. This hasn't happened for me. Sure, I see other people out there, but it hasn't happened for me. Well, we're showing you why. And it does take application. But if you want to be a part of this industry that is the answer, the solution, not the problem, then you don't mislead people by making them think that all they have to do is buy some traffic and have a system convert for them, and then have a coach even go, I like iPass's model, but I'm telling you, even a coach to go and upgrade your people, they're building a relationship with that coach and not you. Where's the disconnect? Them, not you. So if you are going to do anything in your marketing, those people aren't connected to you. And when there's not that connection, people don't upgrade, people don't stick around. Do you know where I say this from? A lot of you know this. I have the highest upgrade rates in all of Empower Network per somebody who has sponsored 100 plus people. Highest. So I can say that to you from experience. I know this for sure. To the tune of a multiple six-figure income. I don't want to see this shit anymore, and the wrong expectations. I don't want to see it anymore. Making it sound like it's so push button easy and all you have to do is buy traffic and make it work and it's going to work forever for you is the biggest line of bullshit that there is in this industry. And once you see that, then people perpetuate that message. Then you have a bunch of repeaters that get sponsored and go, oh, that's all I need to do. And then they go market to their people saying the same thing. And this is the blind leading the blind. Now, if I was up here saying all this and I had not had any results, I can understand you going, this guy's full of shit. But you know that's not the case. This is proven. And if you take a look around this industry, you see a lot of this shit. And it doesn't ever last. It can't. Mathematically, it can't. So whenever someone's going to march in as your savior and do something for you, know that even if it works in the short term, which it probably will, which is why people jump on it, doesn't mean it's going to work next month or the month after that or 6 months from now or a year from now. And how the hell are you going to build a residual income that you can bank on a year from now by doing that? You can't. But what you can do is develop your marketing in a way that people choose to follow you and stick with you, and you've given them the right expectation at every step in your marketing, which is what we're going to show you how to do. And break that down. And they have that right expectation. They know what they're getting on the other side of you. They know what they're getting being involved with you. They know what to expect. That's why I've had so many people stick with me and Amy through all this BS that has gone on, where there has been broken systems, things not fixed in the funnels, the shopping cart having security issues, people can't even join, you having the blog being messed up, and how we tried to turn into a technology company rather than a blogging opportunity-based company, which is now what we fixed, and now about to just explode again, now that we fixed that stuff, because we know it works. Then now you understand we're getting back to that, but there's people that have stuck with us through all of that. Why? Because they understand where we're coming from. They know that what we say they can bank on. And don't you want people to bank on you, to expect the best from you, and you be able to give it to them and not have to give them a false expectation to keep them around, because eventually they don't? That false expectation, that's why 97% of people don't last long term in this industry, is because they've been given the wrong expectation. But it's so easy to do. It's so easy to mislead people and make some quick money. And then all of a sudden you come out that month that you misled a bunch of people and you're like, hey, I did this, I'm so great, join me. And then you get inside with them and you join them and you realize that they just did these simple things and they made a little bit of money, but that doesn't empower them to start building a long-term business. Because here's the sad part. Here's what has actually happened. Here's the fallout, and I'll finish with this. Here's the fallout of what has happened. You guys will be pissed when you hear this. I know people who have gotten involved in systems that were less than integrous and made some short-term money, and then the thing fizzled out. You know what they did? They quit their job. They started going full-time. They banked on that income. They spent it before it came because they thought it was going to continue to keep coming. They put their savings and invested their savings into it, sometimes life savings, and then that fizzled out. And because they don't have a real marketing skill, all they did was press some buttons, pay for traffic, and go steal a few people by telling them it's the greatest thing ever, they have to try and go do that again. Now times that by thousands of people that all of a sudden are scurrying because they lost their income. Now they don't have a job. Now they don't have their savings. Now they don't have any of that, and they're running around, and they'll lie to you and tell you whatever you need to know so that they can get money from you for their next deal. And guess what? That's what they learn to do every couple months. Do you want to be a part of that shiny object club? I didn't think so. Don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. That's where we are going. And as co-creators, we'll see you there. Over to you, Amy.
That was awesome. I love you, Chris. But you know, it's all completely true, and that's why we're taking our time to go through these applications, because we want conscious marketers here. We don't want, we ask people what other stuff they're marketing in the application, and part of that is so that we can be able to support you. And the other thing is, we know, like, if you're marketing like 10 things, it's just, we have some work to do. That's all I can say. But anyway, we're both really passionate about helping everybody at this level, like really, really learn this stuff so that you're not having to be a shiny object chaser anymore, and you're not having to, so that you can build a tribe, and so that you can create a loyal following that will, that you'll be proud to be with, and proud to be in front of, and something that will sustain you over the long haul, so that you don't have to go back to work in 2 months or whatever after you quit your job and then your income goes away. So we're not going to keep you guys any longer, unless there was something else you have. I think, we've been on.
Yeah, shout out to Natasha. Happy birthday.
Yeah, well, her birthday's this weekend, so we have to celebrate her birthday with her in Orlando.
And just want to acknowledge some of the people that are, on the Hangout here in the comment stream. I see Cheryl and Stacy Hartley on there. It's good to have them back. And Evan, it's cool to see you here as well. And there's, just to see some familiar faces there. Kevin, Brackney, love the support. And Carmen, I see you out there. Thanks for chiming in. And just to have you guys around and be co-creators with us is the coolest thing ever. And thanks for being here, even in the middle of the day. I know you guys got a lot going on. It's the middle of the day, and you found time to be here. And so, and for those of you that are watching the replay, welcome, and let's all co-create together. Absolutely. And we'll see you at Orlando at Fight the Forces of Evil, and we'll have some cool sessions. There'll be some footage that'll be recorded there that'll be put inside the Next Level Mastermind, and we'll get a chance to hang out and just start to galvanize everything that we have been putting together. And it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm looking forward to it. And we'll see everybody on the Friday morning session when we give you those details in the Facebook group to meet up, as well as probably the Saturday night iPass party. Get your black card, and we'll have some fun. And let's kick this thing off and turn a corner, turn a new leaf over, and start marketing in a way that can be here a year from now, and in fact, years from now. So that's it. That's all I got. Yep.
Well, thanks, guys. Just like Chris said, thanks for coming out in the middle of the day. It's been awesome hanging out with you. Can't wait to see you the day after tomorrow in Orlando. Let us know in the Facebook group if you have any questions, or post a comment in here if you still have questions, because we'll still get them. And anyway, I look forward to giving you a big hug in a couple days. So we will talk to you soon. Love you guys.
Love you guys.